I often see people trying to work on themselves and do self-improvement based off of videos they've watched. But the main thing for those guys and gals is that they reach burnout pretty quick. A lot of people stop at the first step, which is self-awareness and introspection, right? Introspection is the first step, then self-awareness, and then people spiral and then they burn out. They try to change everything in one day or 1 week, try to make too many changes too quick. And then they beat themselves up for not getting to where they're at in a small time frame. Today's video is going to be about kind of like the loop, right? The 4 to 5 step loop. So we'll start with introspection, self-awareness, taking action, iterating on the action, and most importantly, giving yourself grace. So let's run right into it. All right, so the first one is introspection. And that is kind of just doing a deep dive internally, the introspection, internal inspection to figure out what's going on. We're not quite at self-awareness just yet. You kind of go into your body to just feel. A lot of the time, people have their rock bottoms or their breaking points on why they feel like they need to change. Whenever people feel like they need to change, it's because the pain of staying where they're at is greater than the pain of change. And this applies for a lot of things: working out, relationships, health, etc. I guess working out and health are the same thing. Maybe like business or any type of like financial, relationship oriented or health oriented, right? And it could apply for anything, honestly. It could apply for creativity as well. So introspection is the first step. You want to feel and inspect internally what is going on. What are you feeling? The next piece is self-awareness. Self-awareness differs from introspection because introspection just tells you exactly what you're feeling. Self-awareness brings your attention to exactly what's going on. So let's say you're at a certain point in your health journey or your relationship journey, like your, being social journey, right? And you're spending weekends at the house over and over again. That's a pattern recognition. So you got to recognize the patterns on what you're doing or not doing. For working out, are you skipping the gym every Saturday and Sunday? That's 28% of the year, right? Are you eating unhealthy on Saturday, Sunday? Again, that's 28% of the meals you're eating are unhealthy throughout the year. Are you purposely isolating yourself every other week and calling it decompressing or whatever, right? There's so many different things. Are you keeping yourself stuck at a dead end job just because it's comfortable? So once you take a look into all these things and you do a deep dive on the self-awareness piece, you're like, okay, this is the pattern here, this is the pattern here, this is the pattern here. Now what can I do to fix it? What action can I take to fix it? Which goes right into the next piece where we talk about taking actions after being self-aware of where your shortcomings are. So the first step is you need to take action. And that could look like the most basic piece that gets you to move forward. For working out, it's going to the gym. And I've seen people that go to the gym, they walk on the treadmill and they go home. Is that the most efficient workout? No, but it's better than nothing. So you could literally go to the gym, and I talked about it before in a separate video. I feel like all these videos just compound and stack on each other, kind of like the S&P 500, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, on a future topic. So you go to the gym, you do 10 sets, you hit the treadmill for like 10 minutes, and then you sit the sauna for 5 minutes, and then you go home. It's better than not doing anything. You go to Kroger, and this is for the relationship / social piece. You go to Kroger, you say hello to the butcher, the cashier, the old lady, and then if you see a cute girl, you say what's up, right? It's not rocket science, right? Like Elisha Long talks about R-maxing all the time. And so you just go out and you just build upon like situations, right? Build on what I built on, finally regulate what I do. I'm trying to remember this Lupe Fiasco lyric from Tranquilo. I can't remember it, but anyways, you just have to constantly build upon the previous action, right? So if you're not doing anything, then you go out and do something. If you're not working out at all, you go out and do a 10-set workout. If you're doing a 10-set workout, then you Then you go and add like another 5 sets every couple of weeks. If you're hitting the treadmill for 10 minutes a week, you hit it for 20 minutes a week, right? You just slowly compound. If you aren't investing at all, you start investing a little bit. If you don't have a job, you start looking for a job. If you have a job, you start looking for a better one. The best time for you to find a job is when you have a job already. All right. And then we'll get into iterating on the action next. All right. The next step is going to be it's step 4, but I feel like a lot of people do this on step 1, right? It's iterating and optimizing on the action. So if you're working out and you're hitting 2 full body days a week, 10 sets each, then it's like, okay, maybe do I split this out and I make this a little bit more efficient? Do I do like 1 upper day, 1 lower day, and then, a full body day, right? And then in between, do I go hit the sauna? Do I go on long walks, right? So you're adding to the action, but you're not doing everything at once. You're stacking slowly and then iterating on it, making things more efficient and optimized. If it's for like relationships, then you're like, okay, am I like is like not doing anything, right? And then slowly just saying hello and being social at the supermarket. Okay, now do I start going out to like something? Do I start going to do something on like a weeknight out, right? And like I'm just giving examples from my own life, right? Like Thursday nights karaoke, right? Or like going to shoot darts with your friends. Also, I'm getting bit up like crazy here, but I really wanted to record this video outdoors because I feel like it would hit differently than an indoor video. And also this is me iterating on my actions, right? Like I started creating YouTube videos years ago, but I got serious and started iterating on the actions and making a video a day recently. It's been like 5 months. So this is the skin in the game piece. So now you go out and be social at events, specifically multiple times a month, instead of just like saying hello to people at the grocery store. Maybe you start showing some intent. If you see a cute girl, you start saying, hey, I like your look, I think you're cute, I want to say hi to you, where are you from? Like you start flirting a little bit. And then with the finances, you're looking for a job. Maybe you land a job and then you just start you just jump right into it, and then you just follow the path and try to do well at that job. And on the side, you're investing, right? And like, you don't have to I'm not like, the iteration for finances is you could stock pick, you could go deep on crypto, or you could just look up dollar cost averaging versus lump sum and then just let your portfolio compound over the next 15, 20 years. So yeah, that's step 4, iterating on the action, optimizing it. All right, guys, the last piece, and arguably the most important, is giving yourself grace. Like if you miss a workout or you miss a couple days, don't beat yourself up for it, right? This is not like a one-day process. Self-development and self-improvement takes years and years and years to master. So don't get down if it's just like, if you get sick and you miss a workout, you miss a few workouts, you get injured, whatever, right? Don't let that be the reason that you stop. Don't let back-to-back rejections at a nightclub get you down either. It is what it is, right? Like you're not going to be. It is physically impossible. Even for Leonardo DiCaprio, there are women out there who he is not her type. I'm not talking 51-year-old Leo. I'm talking like prime Leo, right? I'm talking prime Brad Pitt. Like there are people out there whose type that those people are just not. This applies the opposite as well. Like ladies, you're not going to be everybody's type, right? And men, look, if you go out and you say what's up to a girl, that takes a lot of confidence. If she's not having it, it is what it is, bro. Just walk away. Hey, hope you have a great day. Cheers. And that's it. You just walk away and you say hello to somebody else, man. Because there's going to be people out there who you vibe with and who appreciate you and your character and your personality. And there's people who you will not vibe with, no matter what you say, no matter what you do. There will be people who are just always no people, and there's yes people. It's your job to sift through the maybes to figure out which direction they lean. Okay. Finances wise, I really don't have any other advice for giving yourself grace. The only thing is, if you are like dollar cost averaging and you're like waiting for a dip, like I am right now, you kind of just sitting on some dry powder, and you're like, oh man, I should have invested back then. I should have invested at this point. Oh, I should have invested here, dude. If your time horizon is like 30 years, it is what it is. If your time horizon is less than that, then then that's a different story, and I don't know what to tell you. I don't invest for short-term gains. So yeah, man, overall those are the biggest things. Overall, those are the 5 things for the loop of self-development, right? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. A little different style instead of just a sit and talk or a walk and talk. Kind of moved around a little bit for you. And, you know, as you go through the steps of self-development, you'll be at different stages and different points in your life. So what applies and like what feeling you feel at one point in time might not be the same as the next point in time. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And just remember, give yourself grace after you've done the introspection, you've done the self-awareness, you've started to take action, you've iterated and optimized on the action, and the only thing that you have left is to give yourself some grace. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.